Hey Internet, Daniel here. So today I want to talk about fiber optics and go a little bit deeper about how the technology works. So let's get started. So we're going to do our OLT at one end, and then on the other end we're going to have our ONT. So the goal here is to get internet from one to the other and back again. So we have our OLT, we have our ONT, and on both ends we have an optical module. So let's draw that out. So the ONT and the OLT both have a module. And this module does two things. It sends light out with a laser, and it also receives light back. So let's connect a fiber optic cable between these two. And now how does this actually look? So let's start at the OLT side. So what the OLT laser is going to do, it's going to send out bursts of light, kind of like Morse code, dot, dot, dash, dash, and that light is going to go all the way down the pipe. It's going to get to the ONT. It's going to receive that light. It's going to interpret it. And it's going to turn that into data. So our internet over here with our fluffy cloud is sending data in. It's being converted from data, ones and zeros, into bursts of light that are being transmitted across the fiber cable, being received by the ONT, and it's converting it back into a digital signal. And it does the exact same thing in the other direction. So the ONT, using its laser, is going to shoot out bursts of light, ones and zeros, kind of like Morse code. They're going to be received by the OLT. It's going to take those signals and it's going to turn them into data. It's going to interpret them and it's going to send that data back to the internet. And that, at a very high level, is how fiber optic communication works. So I use different colors to represent the lasers in this case. So I had red light that was going from the OLT over to the ONT, and I had blue light that was going from the ONT to the OLT. In reality, most cases, these are actually different wavelengths. So they're actually different wavelengths of light that are measured in the nanometers. We're not going to get into the specifics of that, at least on this call, but the colors were just here to represent the different lights. They can be sent at the same time. They don't interfere with each other. So let's get a little bit deeper and let's actually draw out what this cable looks like. So if we cut open a fiber optic cable, we're going to have a few different elements, and this is very simplified. So on the outside we have a casing. This is just to protect it. And then inside that we have various materials, but the important one we're going to talk about today is called the cladding. This is a special material that restricts the light from trying to escape, essentially. Then at the very center of the cable, we're going to have the core, and this is generally made of glass, though it can be other things like plastic. But this is, at a real high level, what's inside the cable. So the light travels through the core, and it bounces off the walls, and because of the cladding and because of the glass, the light doesn't escape, or at least we're trying to prevent as much light escaping as possible. So if we draw this out again, and we have a fiber that curves, the light's going through the core, and it's going to essentially bounce around in there and get to the other end. And the goal is to have as little loss as possible, because no fiber optic cable is perfect, and there's going to be lots of bends and there's going to be imperfections, and some of the light is going to leak out or be reflected back. So the goal of the core and the cladding is to contain that light inside and get to the other end. So that's a very high level about how fiber optics work, how the laser light is burst and beamed across, and how the core and the cladding attempt to keep the light on the inside. So as always, I'd love to know what you guys think. If you like the videos, if there's any topics you'd like me to cover, please comment, like, and let me know. Thanks. Bye.